Hi everybody, I'm Jim Shore. One subject that I've done actually many times is the subject of Noah's Ark. One thing about my line I think that I really like, that keeps me interested and keeps my passions at a high level, is the fact that I do so many different subjects. I do, of course, a lot of the co-brands, as you well know, the Disney and the Peanuts, and the list goes on. But in my Heartwood Creek collection, once again, I do a wide variety of things. I do the angels and the Santas and the snowmen and the nativities and that sort of thing. But there's one subject that I've always really enjoyed doing because it's a unique story, and it allows me to, sort of expand and do something that's complex, and it becomes a real piece of artwork. Some of the pieces that are kind of whimsical and everything, are interesting to look at, but not necessarily, fine art. But with the Noah's Ark subject, I have the opportunity to do some things that are a little whimsical sometimes, and some things that are kind of serious. And this piece here is a piece that I've finished recently, and I like this because this can become a centerpiece. If you, I don't care whether you like, whether you're like sort of married to the subject or not. This is a piece that you'll look at, as an artistic creation, and I think you'll appreciate it for that. Aside from the fact that it is just such a doggone interesting story that has been, an enigmatic story for generations and generations. So anyway, I'll go over this. Now this is my version of Noah's Ark, or one of my versions, that once again has, it features the motif of that I'm sort of known for, and that is some of the rose mauling elements and some of the quilt patterning and so forth, and it is decorated all the way around like that. The piece that's actually, I guess, considered the front is the piece that has, as you can see, more African animals on it. You've got everything from, rhinos and elephants and giraffes and the lions and the Cape buffalo and all that sort of thing. And then you have this rendition of Noah with the dove in miniature in the front here. So, the thing about doing a miniature, the miniatures are really more difficult to do than the larger pieces that I do, because you have to be so extremely careful with the detail and the proportion, for it to look right. So there's a lot of work that goes into each one of these pieces. Each element of this actually could be looked upon as a project all by itself. Then the animals in the back, they're more like domestic farm animals, so I've sort of covered, both areas that you commonly see in association with the subject of Noah's Ark. So it's an interesting piece. Even the animals that are poking out of the portholes and so forth have a high degree of detail, and I think it's, in my mind, pretty well executed. The coloration, the painting technique that goes into this particular piece is, I think, examples of some of our best painting, and that is the toll style painting that we use, using glazing and shadowing and shading and what we call floating, and this kind of ombre effect, and then the dry brushing and so forth that adds depth and interest to it. So our painting technique isn't just a simple single color. It's layers of color and layers of adjusting the tone and the chroma and the values and so forth, so that it all together represents not just the subject, but I think a fine execution of craftsmanship on a piece like this. So anyway, in short, it's one of my favorite subjects to do. I really thoroughly enjoy these. I really get into these and put my all into them. And I think that it's a piece that you'll be, if you see fit to acquire this piece, this will be one of the centerpieces of your collection. So anyway, take a look at it and see what you think. I think you'll like it. All right.